You talk to me about your relationship with swimming and what it means to you in your life, and just kind of like as you reflect back on your career, what does swimming mean to you?
You know, I've been asked similar questions like that in when I've done clinics, things of that nature, and swimming has just it's opened so many different doors for me throughout life. Um, I mean, even my current job right now, I work for a third party logistics company, CH Robinson Internet or CH Robinson Worldwide. I work on the international side doing logistics for them, and when I interviewed, of course, the managers interviewing me, they knew about my swimming background. It was on my resume and things like that. And I mean, they keyed in on that, like, okay, like this guy knows how to work hard. He knows time management. He knows dedication. He knows hard work. Like that, we're not worried about that at all. Um, and I mean, then so kind of going backwards, like you go, backwards, back up, to my post grad career. The relationships of swimming and the opportunities it gave me. You know, I got to go to swim meets in Switzerland for a weekend. Like, I got to go to Geneva for the weekend multiple times for a swim meet. I flew out of Knoxville on like a Thursday, and I was in Geneva, Switzerland that afternoon. I swam in a swim meet Friday and Saturday, and then on Sunday got to kind of walk around and explore, and then was back home by Monday. Um, and flights were paid for. I got to eat awesome meals and just meet awesome people, and that wouldn't have been an option without swimming. Probably one of my favorite meets going to was going up to northern Italy to the swim meeting in Bolzano, Italy. It's right up near the Austrian border. That was with relationships and having swimming and everything, and get to fly into Milan and then drive up there, and I mean see this beautiful area of Italy and everything, and you're up there racing, and you're meeting little kids who some of them don't speak any English, but they just look at you and they know that you're this swimmer who came over from America. And I mean, yeah, I was pretty good, but I'm no Ryan Lochte, I'm no Missy Franklin, Nathan Adrian, anything like that. But to them, I'm just as good. I'm this American swimmer who came over, so I'm getting to race Fabio Scazzoli and guys like that at meets like that, and it's a 6 lane tiny pool, and they're blasting music and everything. There's no warm down area. You're diving in, you're racing, you're climbing out, and that's it. Like you're going to walk around shaking out doing that. Like I wouldn't have had the opportunity for that without swimming. Like you said, repping, red, white, and blue, accomplishing that goal from when I was a little kid. Um, and then just like the life skills you learn in terms of time management and budgeting time, and recognizing that there's end goals. Sometimes I think sometimes it's hard for some people to realize that the squeeze is worth the juice, for lack of to try to kind of put it into something like that, is that a lot of times you have to put in all this hard work, and you're not going to see results right away. And when you're younger, you drop 5 seconds from one meet to the next, but then as you start getting older, you may go a year or even 2 years without going to best time, but you're still winning nationals, you're still placing high and everything, and it kind of showcases you that you're going to put in a lot of hard work over the years, and it may not, 2 months, 3 months from there, be able to look and see the difference. But towards the end, you start looking back further, and I mean, you can see these huge steps you make and everything, and the respect that swimming commands. I still have people, that they've never seen me race before. Just the respect that they give you, knowing what you've done with swimming. Like I play indoor soccer now. here in Knoxville, and I was just playing last night, and the team I played on, we played our first game, and I was going to leave, and team playing after us, they needed an extra guy, and it's some friends I know, and they're like, "Hey, can you stay and help us?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, I just played a full game, so I may be a little bit slower or whatever. They're like, "No, you're good, man." And about halfway through the game, like one of the guys on the team, he's like, "Ah, hey man," he's like, "Brad's like Olympic caliber swimmer, guys." He's like, "He's got this." And I haven't, like, and they know that I didn't go to the Olympics, but they know that I was a very good swimmer, and just kind of like the respect that swimming commands. And you don't notice that when you're a kid, like kind of got made fun of when I was younger, like, "Oh, you're a guy and you shave your legs." Like, yeah. And then, as you get older, it kind of turned the corner. And, I remember in high school, uh, kids in my year, they like kind of started realizing, like, I guess one, how good I was at swimming, and then two, like kind of how cool that was to know somebody was doing that. And, just kind of how it changed aspects, like guys asking me who, played basketball or football. They're like, like, "Hey, tell me more about swimming," or like, "Tell me more about this." And so it opens so many doors, the opportunities it can afford you, and just the skills it gives you, and just like I said, the respect that it kind of commands, when people find out you were a swimmer. And it doesn't matter if you were a great swimmer or if you were just a swimmer who did, club swimming or high school swimming. People know that you are willing to put in the work and the time dedication, because it's not easy waking up and throwing yourself into a freezing cold pool at 5:30 in the morning. Um, I still go work out at 5:30 in the morning now at my local gym, and I kind of have people joking me every time at my gym. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "How do you do this?" I'm like, "Man," I'm like, "This is easy." I'm like, "If I get tired here, I just kind of, put my knee down on the turf or something." I'm like, "If I'm in the pool, like, I got to keep my head above water, and then I got my coach breathing at my neck or whatever." So, but yeah, I guess just kind of bring it back together and sum it up. It's the opportunities and doors it opens, and the respect that it kind of commands. And you don't see it when you're younger, but when you get older, you start to notice it a lot more. And, every couple of years I kind of look back, and like, it has laid some amazing groundwork for me. And, kind of the biggest, most recent one was, when I interviewed with CH Robinson, and yes, my college degrees and, postgraduate studies and everything helped afford that and whatnot. But, you know, being able to show a dedication and a willingness for hard work, and, realize that, hey, you put in the time to be an athlete, it helps.